There are two options for teachers to assign training to their students. The method you pick will be dictated by exactly how much detailed information you have about the student and the cognitive and phonological causes of their deficits. This step is critical to the success of the student and the program. If a teacher is unsure of the exact causes of the student's deficits and weaknesses, it is strongly recommended that they assign the student the first game in each training area and let the student proceed through all the games, all areas, and portals automatically. This methodology ensures that there will be no areas of weakness at the end of training, which can prove to be very frustrating for the student and embarrassing for the teacher. Using this approach, the student may train skills that are not weak. However, students report that training in areas where they have some skill is actually a reward, an incentive to train in other areas. The MD4 Reading curriculum is designed to address all the possible areas of cognitive and phonological weakness that drives reading problems. All that the teacher has to do is assign the first game in each of the 8 areas, and the system will do the rest. If a teacher is completely sure of the exact causes of the struggling reader's weaknesses and deficits, they can assign any game in any area they believe is appropriate, simply by providing the student with the entry code for that game and assigning it. Caution: there are serious considerations involved in this approach, and it is strongly recommended that before this track that a student receive a full psychoeducational evaluation and that the school psychologist be consulted about what levels of the MD4 Reading curriculum to assign. Progress and performance for specific levels, as well as scope and sequence of training, can be consulted to find specific starting points in individual areas. Adjustments can be made to the process, and students can move backwards in the training process if that is desirable. Upon the completion of each level of the MD4 Reading curriculum, a progress and performance report is available that indicates the overall achievement the student has accomplished in that level, as well as the skills and abilities that were trained and developed. A listing of skills trained by area is also provided. This information is important for both teachers and student and is a valuable tool in engaging all stakeholders. At the end of each level of training in the MD4 Reading curriculum, a scope and sequence report is available to teachers. This report is broken into the following 4 areas: the cognitive and phonological training that has taken place, how that training aligns with Common Core standards, how that training aligns with the next generation science standards, and the total combined skills specific to each area of training. This report is a valuable tool for teachers to identify how the training taking place in the MD4 Reading curriculum relates to the teaching taking place in the classroom. The training taking place in the MD4 Reading curriculum is not limited to the classroom. Training can be accomplished both before or after school, assigned as homework, and it is desirable to continue training during vacations. Supplemental home services are required for parents to be able to access the MD4 Reading curriculum. The primary way that progress through the MD4 Reading curriculum is tracked is with the student codebook. This codebook can be kept by the teacher or by the student at the discretion of the teacher. The codebook is broken down according to the 8 areas of training and uses the codes that a student receives at the end of every game to track progress. The codebook can be either digital or hard copy. From this example, you can see that by using the entry codes for a specific game, it is simple to assign training for students. Either the teacher can let the student move through the matrix as designed, or the teacher can assign a specific exercise as they see fit. Caution should be exercised when assigning individual exercises, and specific knowledge of all the deficits and weaknesses a student has should be in place before attempting this approach, as it may lead to areas being skipped that may be beneficial to the student. Please remember that this is digital educational therapy training and not just playing games for entertainment. It is acceptable if this fact is lost on the student, but for teachers it's critical to understand that they are helping their struggling readers to build real cognitive and phonological skills with exercises designed specifically for that purpose. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to listen to this short presentation, and I hope you found it interesting. A great deal of elaboration and explanation will be required to gain a complete understanding of the MD4 Reading program, and everyone at EduGameStar stands ready to provide you with additional insight and information. I hope you will contact us for assistance.